Hello, welcome to 字 Espresso, your daily shot of Chinese words with Catherine Xiang. 你们好，欢迎来到我的频道字 Espresso. In this channel, we explore the relationship between Chinese characters and words. 所以呢，在这个频道，我们看字和词之间的关系。今天呢，我想继续说一说八。Last time we were in the number series talking about number 7 and 8. We also looked at 3 idioms looking at have the Chinese character 7, 8 in them. But today I want to continue a little bit with the number 8, 数字8这个数字。因为我们大家都知道，在中国8是非常幸运的一个数字，对不对？ Everyone knows in China we love 8, 因为8和发声音很接近。Because number 8 and the pronunciation 八 it sounds very similar to 发, especially in a lot of local dialects, which means getting rich, getting prosperous. So that's why 八 become a very lucky number. You will see a lot of telephone numbers, and with 八, you will see lots of people getting married on the dates with the 8th, 18th, 28th, and even the Olympic 北京的奥林匹克运动会，如果你记得的话，也是在2008年8月8号晚上的8点 right? So it took place at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 8th of August and 2008. So we love 8, 我们喜欢8。但是呢，今天我要教大家3个词，它们都有8。但是呢，它们的意思并不是那么好。But today I want to teach you 3 words in Chinese, always 8. Unfortunately, they are the odd ones out. They are not so nice words, but useful at the same time. So let's have a look what they are.
今天呢，我们要学习的词语是丑八怪、丑八怪、王八蛋、王八蛋和猪八戒，猪八戒。所以丑八怪 means someone who's very ugly. 王八蛋 is a very bad swearing word. You're calling someone bastard or son of bitch. 猪八戒is a character in a journey to the west, but it usually referring to someone who's lazy and love food but do not do much. Okay, so 丑八怪、王八蛋和猪八戒。So we will explore a little bit how and why these words are formed in this way.
好，那我们先看一下第一个词。第一个词是丑八怪，丑八怪。
首先我们看第一个是丑八怪。丑八怪，所以呢，我们这边第一个就是说，它这个词是丑加上什么八怪。So the word is actually break into first 丑。丑 means ugly, it's an adjective, so very ugly, 很丑，它很丑。八怪 8 weirdos, 8 weirdos. So here I've showed you who are the 8 weirdos. So you might think, oh,Are you saying because they are all very ugly? So that's why they've got the name 丑八怪. Actually not. 丑八怪, this 八怪 referring to these 8 artists in the Qing dynasty from Yangzhou. So Yangzhou at the time was very artistic, and they had a new movement of these artists and trying to challenge a new artistic style as opposed to the traditional valued painting style. And because they were so unique, distinctive, they challenged the status quo, and they were being referred to 八怪, 8 weirdos. And their painting at the time were considered to be ugly, 丑. So this is the original meaning of 丑八怪. And nowadays, we use this word to referring to people's appearance. But at the time, actually, it wasn't referring to people's appearance, but rather their painting. So let's have a look. Are these paintings really ugly? Well, actually, they are really not. They're just the style that is very different and distinctive. So if we look at the first one is done by the most famous of the 八怪, that is 正变, also known as 正板桥. If you remember from my eat theory, 吃, one of his very famous calligraphy is 吃亏是福. So he was also saying the idea is that being taken advantage of is not necessarily a bad thing. So he's also a thinker. But he's most famous in terms of his painting is painting of bamboo. So you can see in his painting, this is the first time we have a very strong color, use the ink dark, and then with very light at the background. So this particular style to indicate the layer is not very common at the time. So it's his unique style of drawing the bamboo and indicating there's layer, there's movement, and there's distance between the bamboo. And then this is done by a slightly different artist, as again at the time kind of portrait and drawing ordinary people like this old gentleman drinking. It's really unusual choice at the time. And again, this painting is, was considered to be ugly, is the outlier. And then the final one again is a landscape. However, if you look at the huge rock here at the front, this is again at the time, the kind of landscape tend to be very wide-ranged and not focus on a very specific thing that feels close to you. So this particular style, again, is very different from what is traditionally perceived to be beautiful. So this is the meaning and why it was considered as 八怪, 丑八怪. So here the number 8, 八 is, of course, we have here very 8, distinctive artists. But 八 is actually a kind of a reference number, and it's not meaning there's just 8. They're a group of similar artists trying to push the boundary and try to present a very distinctive way of painting in that period of time and in Yangzhou city. So this is the story of 丑八怪.
Okay, we're gonna listen to this song, actually also called 丑八怪, and see if you like it, and we're gonna have a look at the lyrics as well.
如果世界漆黑，其实我很美，在爱情里面进退，最多被消费。无关同样的是非，又怎么不对？无所谓。如果像你一样，总有人赞美，围绕着我的卑微，也许能消退。其实我并不在意，有很多机会，像巨人一样的无畏，放纵我心里的鬼。可是我不配，丑八怪呀，能否别把灯打开？我要的爱出没在漆黑一片的舞台，丑八怪在这暧昧的时代，我的存在像意外。一滴泪会红颜祸水，有人丢掉称谓，什么也不会。只要你足够虚伪，就不怕魔鬼，对不对？如果剧本写好，谁比谁高贵？我只能沉默以对，美丽本无罪。当欲望开始贪杯，有更多机会，像尘埃一样的无畏，化成灰，谁认得谁？管他配不配？丑八怪能否别把灯打开？我要的爱出没在漆黑一片的舞台，丑八怪在这爱 那不堪一击的洁白，丑八怪，这是我们的时代，我不存在，才意外。
Okay, do you like the song? It was quite popular, and it was talking about people would have to hide behind their masks in living in a big city, and it was a kind of a difficult lifestyle, 丑八怪, especially the ones that who do not fit in. The next one we're gonna look at is 王八蛋, 王八蛋, and in this case is 王八 and 蛋, 王八 and 蛋. So let's have a look in a little bit more depth why it's called that way.
Now, the second one we see here is 王八蛋. So here, 王八is an animal, is actually the Chinese soft shell turtle. And 蛋means egg. So we have 王八蛋, the egg of 王八, right? Why is 王八, the soft shell turtle, is being referred as 王八? That's why you can see the shell itself. If you look inside, it looks like the Chinese character 王. It means the king. But if you look at on the side, it has more than 3, right? Stroke is like 8 strokes. So that's why the shell got the name 王八. So it used to then now be used to describe this animal 王八. And the 蛋, egg of 王八. So one of the things to story or the rationale of why we call 王八蛋or 王八referring to the turtle is coming from this. So the egg of 王八, so how come that then become bastard? What's the story of that? That is because at the time, people thought the male turtle doesn't really have the mating ability, and female turtle actually need to mate with snake in order to give birth to the eggs and to lay the eggs. And that's why at the time, actually, Ming and Qing dynasty, people referring to wife who have affairs and call them 王八. So the male who actually have affairs with someone else's wife is called 王八. And then their child is called 王八蛋, the egg of 王八. So this is the story behind calling someone 王八蛋. It's like son of bitch bastard. So it's a very bad swearing word to people. And the other thing is about 望八端. 望八端, what's the meaning of 望八端? This is because there's another explanation talking about 望八端 forgot about 8 aspects of behaving as a human. So they are saying 王八蛋 is actually taking the sound of 望八端, and later on people use 王八蛋 to calling all these people forget these 8 basic foundation of being human being. So what are these? They are 孝. So these are 孝 means how you treat your parents. 弟, how you treat your siblings. 忠, whether you're loyal. 信, whether you're trustworthy. 礼, whether you have manner. 义, whether you are upright, you can stick to what is right. 廉, whether you have integrity. And 耻, whether you understand shame. So 礼廉耻, these 4 characters, when we combine them together, it becomes a new word. Is referring to a good manner, a good way of behaving as a human being. So these are the alternative explanation. There's this alternative explanation why 望八端 is the original meaning, and then it turned into 王八蛋. In terms of the wording itself, it's actually quite interesting. So I say the unfortunate egg. So the Chinese character egg, 蛋, doesn't seem to go very well with a lot of vocabulary. So we say 蠢蛋，蠢 stupid, idiot. 傻蛋傻 means silly, so 傻蛋妇。Also 坏蛋坏 bad egg 坏蛋 a bad person. So 蛋 seems to in the Chinese language referring some kind of bad guy.
And we actually have a song also called 王八蛋. So it's a song, it's actually singing towards someone who's really a bullier. So it's a song against the person who's bullying him and telling him one day you're gonna regret. 有一天你会后悔的。所以呢，我们可以一起听一下这首歌，看看你喜欢不喜欢。
把你的快乐建在我的痛苦上，当我在哭的时候，你坐在那边笑。你这个没有心的王八蛋，你会有一天后悔，你会有一天后悔。在我的伤口上面撒盐巴，跟银行经理说我信用差，你看不顺眼你就开口骂，你会有一天后悔，你会有一天后悔。我的心好像有个大的石头，我的头好像原子弹要爆炸，我的梦好像破了洞的气球，我真的好倒霉，你会有一天后悔。你嫉妒我的车子就是比你怕，你笑我考试考得比你差，你吃不到的你又特别哈，你会有一天后悔，不要这样你会后悔。我的心好像有个大的石头，我的头好像原子弹要爆炸，我的梦好像破了洞的气球，我真的好倒霉，你会有一天后悔。你会有一天后悔，你会有一天后悔。把你的快乐建在我的痛苦上，当我在哭的时候，你坐在那边笑。你这个没有心的王八蛋，你会有一天后悔，你会有一天后悔。我的心好像有个大的石头，我的头好像原子弹要爆炸，我的梦好像破了洞的气球，我真的好倒霉，你会有一天后悔。
Okay, the final one I think you need to know because it's a very important character from the journey to the West. 在《西游记》里面非常有名的一个角色。大家可能都知道孙悟空 Monkey King. You probably all know Monkey King. So who is the eldest? So who is the first student? Yeah, 第一个弟子是唐僧的第一个弟子。但是唐僧在《西游记》里面一共有3个弟子，所以是孙悟空、猪八戒和沙和尚。So 猪八戒 is the character we're gonna get to know a little bit better today. So 首先呢，我们会看一下猪八戒他的故事是什么。So we're gonna have a look at the story of 猪八戒, how he then end up becoming the second student to help 唐僧 to go to the West. And then we're also gonna look at what is the 八戒, why his name, how he got named 八戒. What are the 八戒? And so finally, we're also gonna look at some characteristics associated with 猪八戒。
你这是干什么？
娘子，你真好看，你真像月里的嫦娥呀！
莫非你见过嫦娥？
哎，我何止见过呀，我跟嫦娥
还怎么着？还怎么着？
啊？
你说呀！
没什么，没什么。
你要是不说，我就不跟你去了。
娘子，你别走啊，那都是我老猪过去干的蠢事。
那你快说。
说来就话长了，当初我老猪本是上界的天蓬元帅。不想下界之后错偷了猪胎，变成了这副模样。 哎呦，
你好没羞啊！
As we can see, this is actually 猪八戒调戏啊，吃嫦娥的豆腐。So was trying to harass 嫦娥, and he used to be the general in the heaven, right? Because he drank so much and he actually attempt harass 嫦娥 sexually, and then he was then kicked out from the heaven to get to the ground, and because he was incarnated into a pig, and then that's why how he looked like that.
儿子还不去见过师傅？切！
拜见师傅。
悟空，他为何拜我？
师傅，他跟弟子一样，受观音菩萨教诲，愿保师傅西天取经的。
多谢观音菩萨。悟空，快给他松绑！
快解开呀！师傅都让解呢。师傅，观音菩萨还给我起了个法名，叫做猪无能，我还记了武魂三验。今天见了师傅，我可以开荤了吧？
哎，不可不可！你已经记了武魂三验，我再送你一个别名，叫八戒，如何？
八戒就八戒，
还不去谢过师傅？
谢过师傅。
Why his name? So it's separate into 猪 pig and 八戒 8 not do's, 8 quits. So what are the 8 quits? So according to the Buddhism, there are 8 things you shouldn't do. So 一戒杀生, the most foremost important thing is you should quit killing, 杀生。二戒偷盗, the second thing you should quit is to quit stealing. 三戒淫, sex, so you should quit sex. 四戒妄言, 妄言 means to say outrageous things, to lie. So you should quit lying. 五戒饮酒, so number 5, to quit alcohol. 六戒着香华, 6 is to quit dressing luxuriously. 七戒坐卧高广大床, 七戒坐卧高广大床. So 7 is to quit lying on a massive bed. And 8, 八戒非食时. So 8, you quit the food that when it's not time to eat it. So 6, 7, 8 here, quit is referring to a general luxury lifestyle in general word. So this is the 佛家的八戒 according to Buddhism. And nowadays, 猪八戒 does refer to someone who's a bit lazy and who enjoys good wine, good food, and beauty. And everybody in the Chinese culture want to be 孙悟空, a little bit more, with different talents, but not like 猪八戒. 猪八戒, if you call someone like 猪八戒, is someone who's a bit lazy.
Okay, thank you for watching today. So just as a quick recap, 我们复习一下，我们今天学的是3个带八的词，但是呢，他们都不那么幸运，或者说他们都不是那么好的词。第一个呢是丑八怪 ，someone very ugly, okay? 王八蛋 so that's really an insult, a swearing word, son of bitch or bastard. 然后最后一个是一个角色 is a character, 猪八戒。 Okay, so if you liked the video today and you feel you learned something new, give me a like and subscribe. And if you have any comment or anything else, just leave a message to me. And next time we will continue with the Chinese characters 8 and 9 and maybe 10. We'll see how many we can fit in. And we just have 3, this 9 and 10 is 2 more numbers left, and we will look at the idioms contain these numbers. So until then, take good care. 保重，下次再见，再见。